This video is brought to you by patreon.com/worsttake. Get access to exclusive live streams and Discord servers, on-screen shoutouts, and early access to some videos when you join now. Help make sure that we can continue to make content like this by supporting the Patreon. Links are in the description down below. This Browns defense is so good, but it's important to understand why they are so good. So today we're going to be looking at the film and breaking that down. So let's jump right into it. All right. So with this defense, there are a number of things that you want them to get better at. One of the things that you want this defense to get better at is being a little bit more situationally aware. Now, I think as the season goes on, they'll get better at this, but this is a situation where they need to be a little bit more aware. And, you know, for everybody who wants to complain about flags, I believe there was a holding in this one that didn't get called. Pretty egregious. All right, so they let Miles here. They're trying to slip him, right? And they slip past him, and this is a touchdown to Christian McCaffrey. All right, so let me rewind now. Go through this. So first thing I want you to notice is 95. Miles has to understand, and Miles has to know he's Myles Garrett. If they let you get a free run and Christian McCaffrey is the guy blocking you, nobody is that silly. We've seen what teams will do. These teams will bring three guys over. They'll slide. You know what teams do on a routine basis to get to you. So when you see them just let this happen, backside free run with the running back right there, you have to smell that something's up. Now, I'm not saying that you have to completely quit your rush and not go upfield at all. No, you still probably got to go upfield just to rush the throw a little bit. But what you can do is throw off Christian McCaffrey a bit more. So I'll play it again so you can see what happens. See right here, he looks for the ball. He sees that Christian McCaffrey doesn't have the ball, and he just goes upfield once he realizes that, thinking it's like a play action boot. What he can do here is just be a little bit more patient, right? See that Christian's trying to block him, engage him, right? Because you know Christian can't do anything here. So engage him. The reason I think that Miles should engage him and that this should be what they say that he should do, in my opinion, is engage him is for a number of reasons. One, if you want to rush this throw, if you believe it's going to be a throw, you know that you can bull rush Christian McCaffrey easily, release and get the sack if he holds on to the ball, right? If you engage him here also, you completely kill this screenplay, right? You engage him. He has to act like he's blocking you, and you don't have to let him go easily. Then all of a sudden, he can't get out there for that slip. Your linebackers see what's trying to happen, and you blow the play up. And I just think there's no downside if you're Miles in engaging a running back when you see him one-on-one, because if it's a pass, you can still win. If it's a run, you can still win, obviously. And if it's a slip, you're going to win that one too. It's an all-win situation. But instead, I think he processed this as a boot. Okay, let me get that pressure. I think it would be better for them to just have that note in there for Miles, like, hey, engage him next time, right? Like, just engage him. You know, don't try to swim by him. Just get your two hands under his chest, bull him, and just try to occupy him for a little bit while you wait and see what's going on here, right? Because since he thinks he's getting blocked here for a play action boot, and Christian McCaffrey does a great job selling it. I don't want to undersell that part. He does a great job selling it, right? Where he breaks down, gets in good stance, and even throws on a little arm out, really making Miles believe that Christian's just there in the pass pro. But there has to be a couple of bells that go off in Miles's head to tell him, hey, something's up. One, George Kittle doesn't chip you or nothing, right? Two, free run. That don't normally happen with you, right? So free run, no chip, nothing. They ain't even thinking about you. Tells you it's not a pass protection. And then Christian McCaffrey here. Okay, once you see your one-on-one with McCaffrey, you know you can beat that. You know that you got Zadarius on this other side. You ain't got to do it all. Just engage him. Engage him and see what happens. Instead, you let him by, And then there's a hold here that doesn't get called. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Like, look at that. If you're looking for the hold, watch this. I'm going to play it in slow motion. But watch this. There's a massive hold here, right in the eye line of this official that just doesn't get called. So for 49er fans who want to complain about the calls, I mean, look at that. Don't get more egregious than that. Maybe George Kittle was blocking the way, so you didn't see it. But yeah, that was a hold. Somebody had to see that, right? Pretty consequential hold, too. And we'll see it from the back end here. And again, they don't touch you. You get a free run. You know C-Mac's there. There's nothing wrong with engaging him, right? You can engage him, bull him, and you got so many options if you bull him, right? Just instead of swimming by him, bull him, slow him down. You can get your arms up, right? I don't want to just be hindsight 2020 and be like, hey, Miles, you should have known it was a screen and all of this. Like, okay, I understand that you might not have known it's a screen. It's a very confusing look. They did a good job of selling it to the San Francisco 49ers. But what I do want to say is like, hey, engage him, because if you engage him, you can go up with your arms, bat a pass down. If they throw in your window, you can bull him into Brock Purdy and get a pressure and force him out this way where you know you have Za'Darius that's going to get him upfield. You have this linebacker sitting and waiting in this zone, in this soft zone spot, so he could come up and attack if you have it. This is, I think, just years of Miles knowing that he has to be the only one that does anything. And he has to understand now that he's not the only one that could do anything. If he bulls him, it completely ruins this play. Bull him, get into his chest. You can bull him into Brock. Brock's going to roll that way. You can even disengage and get him yourself. You're faster than him, than Brock Purdy. Or you can bull him, hold, wait to see what's going to happen, throw those hands up. Or you bull him and you find out, oh, he's trying to get loose. This is a slip screen. Okay, let him go and play the lane, right? Because if he tries to go this way and releases once you bull him, okay, it's a screen. Now okay, I'm just going to play the lane. Right? I'm going to play the lane. I'm not going to rush upfield. I'm going to play the lane. They're trying to get past me. So just they've been running a couple of these at Miles. This is why I point this one out. They've ran a couple of these at Miles, and I think Miles needs to make an adjustment on the mindset on stuff like this, because teams are starting to take advantage of it. This is probably one of the few flaws in Miles' game. I think he needs to tighten that one up. The next play here is the exact opposite of what just happened before, right? And this, again, is Miles learning. They do the same thing. They try to get a screen past them, but look at what Miles does to this screen, right? Talk about all the things he could have did before, but sometimes it doesn't matter because he's Myles Garrett, right? So again, they slip him. They're trying to slip him, and then look what he does to Vince Williams. To Williams. I don't know why I call him Vince Williams. He just completely bulls him. And then great job here, right? He sees McCaffrey go across his chest. He's assuming he's going to block him, but he gets a hand on him. And then he realizes what's up, right? He sees the ball about to go out. Instead of rushing upfield, he plays the lane. And him playing the lane does two things, right? One, it slows this guy down and takes him out as a lead blocker. That was the guy that's supposed to take JOK. Since JOK is now free, and since Vince Williams got his ass thrown on the ground, now there's nobody to stop these two guys. So kudos to A-Walk and JOK for making the play. But 95 is the one who slowed him down, who took him out the play and stopped him from getting to his block. And in that one move, he made it so that this screen died. This is why 95 is a special player. Not many guys can do this. Again, look what he does here to Williams. Look at this. Throws him, takes him out the play. Now he can't get downfield. A-Walk's free. Gets into the chest of McCaffrey. Again, I like that. That's why I suggested get into the chest of McCaffrey. Wait and see what's going to go on. And then he gets into the chest of 65 just enough to slow him down. And then look what happens. Boom. Hey, man. I like the little helmet tap to Christian McCaffrey. Like, you get him next time, champ. Look at this. Look at this helmet tap he gives him. Hey, it'd be better next time. All right. So this play, great pressure here by this defensive line. I mean, just you could just tell how he throws this ball. He's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Right. Throws this thing. And look, you can make an argument. That should have been caught by Ayuk, but since the throw was off just a little bit, Denzel's able to get in there and disrupt it. Just look at the pressure here, though. How many are they bringing? They're only bringing 5. But look at this. The nice little twist here between Hurst and Za'Darius. Oh, it's a looper. My bad. It's a looper. Right? So loop 1, 2, create a hole, and a loop the loop. It's a loop. So they ran a loop there. Nice. And then the loops ran beautifully. Great job by A-Walk. A-Walk's great at this kind of stuff. A-Walk's not the greatest pass rusher in the world, but he's a great accessory to pass rush. You know what I mean? Like, he's a good accessory to, like, he's not the guy who's going to do the crime, but he's a hell of a getaway driver, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? He's a good accessory to pressure because he just does these little things so well. Get the pressure, and then boom, you're able to disrupt the throw just enough. Great pressure creates great coverage. Great coverage creates great pressure. It's a never-ending loop of energy. All right, better angles on these sweeps. Yeah, they got beat on these sweeps a couple of times, and I just think the angles are bad. Here, I think this is, again, where they get kind of hurt being aggressive. So, like, you just get some bad angles here. I think the worst angle here is whatever this angle that Greg Newsome took. Don't love that. I really don't love what Martin Emerson was doing here. And I just don't think that there were very many great angles on this all game. They got a couple of these end arounds here, right? Yeah, so Martin takes a really weird angle. He just keeps giving ground here. So, yeah, he sees it, and then, like, he continues to just give up ground and then chase up field. And I guess he's just assuming, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to just have to get him downfield later. And I just don't love that. I mean, you already got Greg Newsome there for that. So if you're Martin, you might as well try to, like, clip his feet, slow him down a little bit. This play here, Grant Delpit, I think, did a good job. I don't think he finished this one, right? Yeah. So, again, Grant does a great job getting to that run fit. Unfortunately, doesn't make the tackle. But see, what happens when you're just there, you're able to slow him down just a bit so somebody else can get to him. So it doesn't make the play, but still fine play here. Don't screen the Browns. I think I got this put in here like a couple times, but screening the Browns is a terrible idea. If you want to know why, watch this. They're too fast. They are way too fast. Cleveland Browns are a really fast football team. All right, so here's what I mean by don't screen them. All right, so the first thing that happens is that they disrupt the timing of the screen by getting pressure, immediate pressure, right? So they're supposed to roll out here, but the Browns are just so fast upfield that they get a hand on this ball. I think that's Shelby Harris that gets a hand on this ball. And then even if that didn't happen, Greg Newsome is right here, and he just shoots on this guard, and he's going to be there for the tackle if that ball was thrown. Because you're going to see, boom, just too fast. They're too good at that. All right, so don't screen the Browns. I thought this was a terrible PI call. I think this is actually like good coverage on this. So you're going to see they're going to pull, they're going to slide McCaffrey over at this play fake. And poor McCaffrey has to go one-on-one with Dalvin Tomlinson. You talk about a mismatch. That just was one. Dalvin just completely balls him over. So good job by like just taking the charge there for Christian. But you're going to watch here. I want you to guys see Grant Delpit here. Absolute bullshit PI call. They called PI on this. I disagree. Good engagement. playing physical. I mean, George Kittle doesn't release to get back to the ball because he never sees it because he's so tied up in trying to beat Grant Delpit off this ball, off this route. He can't get there, can't get his head around. It's an incomplete pass, but they call a PI on it. It's bullshit. Yeah, look, that's good coverage right there. I don't care what anybody says. That's fine coverage. Let's go here. Horrible PI call. Okay, JOK is inspirational. Just watch 6 this whole time. Just watch him. Goodness gracious, man. He's a monster back there. JOK's all over this, but he's great. He's great. All right, so this is a play where the Browns got lucky. They're going to send Christian McCaffrey on a choice route here. So what happens here is the Browns are in a one high look, and the 49ers do a great job of leveraging this. They pull that deep corner, so they know that's going to suck in that safety, and they know that they're going to have a one-on-one matchup in man with one high, with a linebacker in Christian McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey, we know from what he does, he has a choice route here, right? He can go this way. If he feels like it's open, he can go 9. If he feels like it's open, or he can run that 8 there if he wants it. And he does run that 8. It's going to be wide open, but the pressure affects the throw, right? Miles gets there, affects the throw just enough. You see that follow through off right there by Purdy because of the pressure. So Miles gets the pressure that throws off the follow through, and that saves a touchdown. Good job there. That's why you just play through it. You just got to play through it. Here, JOK. Well, no. This is another don't screen the Browns moment. Again, don't screen the Cleveland Browns. They're too fast to just let through, right? So they let them through because it's a screen. First, Okonkwo just realizes it immediately. So you can see he starts hauling ass back there. This screen is for Ray McLeod. And then you're going to see Greg Newsome. He's going to just shoot this and attack it there. But the pressure blows this thing up. And even if it was going to be there, it was going to get cleaned up because Greg Newsome is a dog at just ducking under those screen blocks. Don't screen the Cleveland Browns. It's not a good idea. I tell people this every week. And in every team, people are like, well, they're aggressive. Let's screen them. It's a terrible idea. Do not screen the Cleveland Browns. Watch JOK here. He's a Mike linebacker on this play. See how he gets good depth. It's getting back. He feels out this backside dig on him, and he just gets his hands up and affects that. Boom. Great play. He almost had an interception. Again, watch JOK. Sees it, feels it. Okay, I know what they're doing. I'm backing up. Great job. Great job by JOK. Miles and Grant Delpit are hell, so you're going to see just, oh my God. All right, look what happens here with Miles. So, you guys know offensive line, when they run blocks, sometimes they like to do these little pin downs where they slide over. Miles beats Trent Williams to that spot and then gets upfield and just completely kills this. This is insane stuff. This is a bad game from, well, not a bad game. This is what an off game for Myles Garrett looks like, by the way. Look at this. Look at that. He gets to the spot before Trent Williams can get to his spot. And then look at the hip flexibility to just be able to, he turns Trent. Trent tries to get him off of that line, and Myles just is not movable because he's so damn flexible that he could just be like this, stay powerful, stay where he wants to, and then just, oh God. Shout out to Grant too, did a good job coming down and filling. Hey, man, Grant Delpit and Myles Garrett, that's an athletic combination, and that's hell. This is absolute hell. Purdy on this INT. You're going to see pressure from Myles. Really affects how far back Purdy goes on this windup. And it's off now because of that. Good job. Good job. Good catch. Again, we're going to watch the pressure here. Browns in that white 9. He gets his pressure here on Williams. He just, look at that, man. He's just treating Williams like a regular guy. It's crazy. Myles is treating Williams like a regular guy. He's like, okay, your little punch, I slap it, get underneath, and I'm just gonna maintain this and try to slap that ball out of his hand. Purdy felt it and avoided the first attempt at a turnover. He felt it, didn't wind back all the way. But because he didn't do that, that ball comes out funky. See, that's what really threw it off. They mentioned in the broadcast something threw it off, but you see how Purdy doesn't fully extend this thing. He kind of short arms it, and it's late because of that, and then boom. Wonder if anybody got a piece of that too. Let's rewind it, see if anybody got a piece of it. Now it comes off clean after he gets it out. So nobody tipped it. Yeah, he just misses it because he short armed it. And that's why Myles Garrett is very, very important to this team. Just the small stuff. It matters. Like the sacks and stuff, that's cool. But this is the stuff that matters in game. You know, Myles is the best at this. JOK, another one. You know, I feel like we talked about him a ton. He's on the line of scrimmage. You could just see him just so fast, so quick. Off the line, you give him a free run. He needs to do a better job of just making sure he makes this play. Because he kind of spooks him and almost loses his play. Luckily, Purdy falls down and he gets the sack. But yeah, let's look at JOK here. Like, imagine being a quarterback. He's not even in frame. Like, imagine being a quarterback and JOK just pops in on you like that. Like, that's just not fun, right? Imagine trying to drop back. Okay, you're trying to read. You're sending guys in motion. And then, oh wow. Like a bullet in the wind. All right, let's go to talk about Obo's TFL. Again here, what you're going to see is Obo in, a looper. Ooh, that was too far of a loop angle. A looper here to contain. And Obo knows that, so he knows he can go pop, pop inside. Nice move here. Set him up with the rip. And then gave him the swim inside. And then great job by Za'Darius getting that backside contained just in case he gets a cutback. Good defense. Good defense. And JOK again. Look at 6. Oh my gosh, man. JOK is such a special player. Look at it. Look, okay, watch 6 here. 6 is good. This guy. Okay, that's 2 of them. This guy. You see how he's almost Myles Garrett, like with his ability to like play with these angles when it comes to blocks. But like he comes here, he scoots right behind the butt of Tomlinson, right? There's no way he should make this play on Christian McCaffrey. That's Christian McCaffrey still, I believe. Or maybe it's somebody, but it's still an NFL running back if it's not Christian. He's right here. There's no way he should be able to make this tackle. But he just somehow gets underneath enough to get on hand on him and bring him down. It's insane. All right, and this is the last play of the game-winning missed field goal. And look, the kicker missed this, and it probably had a lot to do with the wind conditions and just nerves. But also, the Browns helped that, right? You got to make your own luck. And this wasn't just getting lucky. This was good pressure from this unit. So you notice they overload that one side. He's real nervous about, look at all that shit in his face when he kicks this ball. Like, that had to rush him. And since he rushed it, he missed it. That is the Browns defensive film breakdown from the 49ers game. This is a good defense, man. I mean, it's underselling it. They're one of the best I've ever looked at. They're great right now. They're on a historic pace, and it looks historic when you watch them. This is a great defense. JOK special. I think they got a lot of special players on this defense. Miles, Denzel, Grant Delpit. He's been playing special. It's when you have this many great athletes and smart athletes on the field at the same time, it's just cherish it. I don't know if like they might run it back. It might not be the same next year. Cherish this, Browns fans. This is special what you're seeing, right? It's like if you were alive in the 90s. I wasn't, but if you were alive in 95, well, I was just born. If you were alive in 95 and you see that Jim Thome and Manny Ramirez are batting 8 and 9 in the batting lineup, you just got to cherish that because that's once in a lifetime. Like, did you see a defense this stacked, this talented, this smart, this athletic, and this enthused? You don't see this every day. This is a special unit led by some special players. And I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to look back and go, oh my God, they had them all on one roster. That's my just hunch. When you watch them, they look that special. But thank you guys for watching. You have a great day. Have a better night.